Hello, in this video, I am going to share with you part of my story. This part is my struggle with basal cell carcinoma. I'm Rainey Ray, an essential oil enthusiast and educator. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. At the end of this video, you'll have access to my Aging Backward Naturally guide. As many of you know, it has not been all fairways and greens for me. My life has taken a lot of interesting turns, shall we say, and my journey with skincare issues is just one part. I want to share my basal cell carcinoma experience and how I choose to address it to live younger longer. I admit that my skin, I abused it for most of my life. Sun, stress, well, those being the worst of it. Plus, when I was growing up, everyone was using baby oil to enhance sun tanning. And the only lotion that was available was Sea and Ski, which had no UV at all and was at best a lubricating lotion. Given the lack of knowledge about the sun's damaging effects on our skin, and I'm not making excuses, I take full responsibility. I figured what I did didn't matter because after all, I could be out in the sun all year round. Nobody was going to care and look at me anyway because I was never going to be some model beauty. Well, it did matter. And I have experienced the effects. So I've had many basal cell carcinoma removed from my face, from my chest, from my arms, and they were the result of skin exposure and, of course, of a lot of stress. Before I was introduced to pure essential oils, my skin did not recover well from all the surgeries to remove the basal cell. I have discolorations and scarring in every location they went in to remove the cancer. Since we've lived in Florida, I go to a dermatologist at least twice a year. The previous dermatologist looked at these areas and said that it was no big deal. Luckily, we changed dermatologists, and she found that on my forehead, right here in the middle, and on my forearm, there was basal cell carcinoma. So basal cell carcinoma, what is it? It's also known as basal cell cancer, or BCC. It's the most common type of skin cancer. It often appears as a painless raised area of the skin, which may be shiny. It may have some small blood vessels running through it. It may also have a raised area with some ulceration. Basal cell cancer grows very slowly, thankfully. But another thing is it's unlikely to spread to distant areas or result in death. Risk factors include exposure to ultraviolet light, having lighter skin, radiation therapy, long-term exposure to arsenic, and poor immune system function. Exposure to UV light during childhood is particularly harmful. Tanning beds have become another common source of ultraviolet radiation. Diagnosis often depends on skin examination and, of course, tissue biopsy. I had biopsy done on both areas to confirm the basal cell. To remove the basal cell on my forehead, they're doing the Mohs procedure in later February, mid-February. And on my forearm, they're doing a scraping, and that will be in later January. So what am I doing before then to prepare? I'm applying frankincense and helichrysum to the areas twice a day. Frankincense is known as being one of the most powerful oils for restoring, repairing, and rejuvenating. Frankincense is also a cellular powerhouse. It's been shown to shrink and or resolve cancers. It's found to be an anti-carcinogenic because it tends to inhibit or prevent the activity of a carcinogen or the development of cancer. Anti-carcinogenics are used selectively to destroy or inhibit cancer after the cancer has developed. They're used to prevent cancer, and in theory, Anti-carcinogenics may act via different mechanism, including enhancement of natural defenses against cancer and the deactivation of carcinogens. An interesting thing is that they can act on free radicals that affect our DNA. Helichrysum, we love it. It's known for its amazing skin healing properties. Since the biopsy, my skin in my forehead and my forearm has healed so fast, it really impressed the dermatologist. My goal is to control and even shrink down the area where the basal cell is, so they'll have less tissue to remove to get clear margins during the procedure. After the procedure, I'll use my post-surgery and scar recipe. That includes frankincense, helichrysum, copaiba, and myrrh. I'll be using it at least twice a day on the affected areas, first around the incision, and then over the incision once they've healed or begun to heal. By the way, copaiba is known to be an anti-carcinogenic too. It also helps to produce collagen and support wound healing. So winner, winner, chicken dinner. As I promised, I want to give you access to my private oils class for aging backward naturally. You can do that by clicking on the link in the description below. You can also follow the additional link to get access to my free Aging Backward Naturally guide. I am grateful you're here, and please give this a thumbs up if you found value in this information, and go ahead and check out my other videos. Take good care.